YouTube, what's going on? It's your boy J-Reid Gotti back again with another video. I just want to thank all of my Atlanta fans for subscribing to my channel. Make sure you guys subscribe to my channel for more content and more video reviews on Atlanta, Snowfall, The Shy, and more coming soon, alright? Make sure you guys like, share the video, subscribe to my channel, and give me comments or more feedback, alright? Now, let's get into this quick video review on FX's Atlanta Season 3, Episode 8, which is entitled New Jazz, alright? Now, this episode was really funny, by the way, and it was also serious in a way as well. So, the episode opens up as you see Darius and Al. They are in a cafe, they're having coffee, and Ern comes in as well and he tells the guys good morning as he gives them passes to go to the spa for massage, right? So when it's come time to cover the bill, Darius he kind of waits for Al to cover the bill, and after Al decides to cover the bill, Darius and Al head out into the streets and go for a little cakewalk, right? So after they go in the street and go for a little cakewalk, they both kind of got they both got lost, So Al kind of got lost from Darius, because Darius is kind of like Al's security, and so by them distancing themselves from each other. Paperboy was kind of on his own. He was wandering the streets, listening to the music, where he ends up being chased by three teenage boys who recognize him as Paperboy, which is his stage name. And Paperboy was also a rapper, and a lot of Europeans know him as being a famous rapper, right? So as they notice Paperboy, they, kind of trying to chase Paperboy and kind of bully him. And Paperboy runs into a theater, but he didn't realize it was a theater until he hear hear a woman's uh, sound, and he heard the woman, was saying help, help, help. And when he approached the woman, he didn't realize he was in the middle of a scene that was going on. So he quickly got up out that theater and he walked into a museum, an art museum, where he met Lorraine. Now Lorraine is a trans woman, all right, and in Europe, Amsterdam, by the way. So once again, Paperboy's in Amsterdam while all of this is going on. Paperboy, Darius, and Al, right? So Paperboy ends up meeting Lorraine, and come to find out, Lorraine, is no stranger when it comes to the music industry because she immediately has she can pretty much kind of see through people and kind of read people. I think that's kind of why she has her gift, and she immediately told Paperboy about when it comes to owning your masters. Now, for those of you who are in the music industry, um, you do have a lot of artists who are unaware of like knowing themselves, and when it comes to their own art, which is music, making their own music, which they have to own. A lot of artists, are very unaware of owning their masters. Now, owning your masters, that's the most potentially the most lucrative part of making music. That's something that you can get paid for the rest of your life. Which a lot of famous, rappers, got robbed of got robbed of their masters by the major record label executives. They robbed them of their masters, and a lot of those rappers they have to fight really hard to get their masters back. Meaning they may have to pay thousands of dollars to get the masters back, even millions. And it will take time. Um, for example, Cameron said in a Drink Champs interview that he fought hard to get his masters back. So it's good that he got his masters back. And like I say, you really have to kind of educate yourself. And, if you have to hire an entertainment attorney to, educate you about, the music industry and owning your masters, you really have to do that because you don't want to get robbed of something you created and something you own, which you can uh, get paid for the rest of your life. So that is what Lorraine was schooling Al on, owning his masters. And Al was kind of puzzled when she said that. So he was still letting Lorraine know, like, you don't know nothing about me because Lorraine is a complete stranger to Al, And but they pretty much became a little, friends, and they became a little cool. And Lorraine introduced him to her friends, and as Al were chilling with her friends in the council club, which, which was a place which was weird by Al. Al also met the famous talented actor Liam Neeson. All right, now Liam Neeson had a little transgression where he made a statement about black people. A friend of his was raped, and he had a thing against black people. So him and Al had a talk, and he also was letting Al know that due to his whiteness, they really don't have to apologize or do anything they don't want to do. So if you can read between the lines, that's kind of like white privilege. So Al was kind of shocked that he said that, and Al letting him know, like, didn't you learn anything about that? Like, I mean, didn't you learn you can't say nothing like that? But Liam once again told him that I don't have to do anything I don't want to do, and that's the best part about being white. And he just walked out. And once again, Paperboy was very, very shocked when he heard that from the very talented, taken actor Liam Neeson. And after that, Lorraine found Al, and she quickly removed Al from the council club because they was gonna call him up to the stage to perform. So she rescued him in the nick of time as they went outside, and she schooled him again about, you know, um, the most important part of his life when it comes to his music, when it comes to his finances. His cousin, who is his manager, is handling the most important parts of his life, which is his finances. His future. And even though Paperboy really didn't want to hear that, because once again, Lorraine is still a stranger. All right, I mean, you do have people like that in reality. They become a stranger to you, and you try to be cool with them, and you try to give them a little comfort. And Lorraine tells Al that he can't feel his legs, he can't move, and Al becomes a little you know shook, and he starts panicking, and then he all of a sudden falls to the ground. And as you can see, Lorraine putting a blanket over Al, and she just went off and dipped and left him. And once again, she's a stranger, so I mean, that was kind of heartless for her to do that after everything she told him, giving him advice about the music industry, and by her friends telling Al that a lot of rappers come to Europe to see her, and but for her to just leave him in the street like that, I mean, that's very cruel because I mean, if she had any kind of compassion, she could have you know, contacted Al's cousin and Darius to come and find him and take him to the hotel so he can get some rest because he was passed out on the ground. But she just eventually left him. And Al, when he was passed on the ground, he heard Darius and Al saying that he told Darius told Al, "Don't be like him." And the guy that was passed out on the ground was eventually Al. And it was a shocker to see that scene, man. And it was just awesome, awesome, awesome episode. And fast forward to Al being in the hotel room where he finally woke up after 10 hours of sleep. Right, his cousin found him on the street, and he was looking after him, making sure he was okay. And Ern told him to text him if he needed anything. And before Ern walked out the door, Al asked Ern, "Who owns my masters?" And Ern was like, "Huh?" And Paperboy responded to his cousin Ern and said, "When Earn negotiated his label contract, who owns his masters. And Al really wants to know who owns his masters because if the major label owns his masters, oh, he's really fucked. So Aaron told him that you own your masters, you do. And then that's when Paperboy responded and said thanks. And you see Aaron walked out of the hotel room. And Paperboy eventually goes back to sleep. So wonderful, wonderful episode. And for those of you, man, who are upcoming rappers, upcoming entertainers, if you're unaware of your rights as a musician, if you want to know more about owning your masters, you really need to research, you really need to educate yourselves, and you really, really need to consult with an attorney to know about owning your masters and other crafts when it comes to the music industry, all right? All right, you guys. Episode 8, quick review, Atlanta. Episode 9 next week, every Thursday on FX Networks, all right? Make sure you guys, once again, subscribe to my channel, like, share the video. It's your boy, J-Reid. I'm out. Peace.